Finally, jeez.
Hi, Craig.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Craig. Who invited this guy?
I'm right here.
Welcome to Word Never Changes, everyone. My name's Aaron Love. With me today is Shea Dan.
Yeah, it's Hubert, the better craftsman in every way.
Trevor Noah.
As Jimothy, who never skips don't drive in the truck day.
Elliot Shanley.
As Harriet, who hopes she gets a shiny from this pack.
Sean Curl.
As Midas, because I don't have anything to say today.
And once again, our special guest, Jeph Wilkinson from the Big Campaign Stories.
As Alexander, who never skips hair day.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's not your line.
Shit. We should have just been stealing Trev's thing this entire time.
As Midas, who never skips saying something day.
As Midas, who never skips counting ammo day.
Oh,
Look
God.
what you've started.
Yeah.
Wait. Hey, Hubert, who always beat Jimothy in the announcement. Sure. Damn it, I got the introduction.
Yeah, the next episode, everybody's gonna be have fun now. Everybody's gonna have a never skips whatever day. Oh,
You guys are forgetting I'm the editor.
Yeah, but I'm the poster.
You know, edit something that doesn't exist back in.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? House of Leaves? What's going on?
Maybe.
Shay's just gonna go in there and
Oh,
do
was that a book joke?
Yes.
That was that shit.
Yeah.
And nobody got that one, bud.
Yeah.
It went, woo!
Nerd.
I liked it.
Yeah, roof,
Oh, yeah.
roof joke. My bad.
That tracks. Elliot has a channel in our page of word of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Are they all one syllable?
No.
Elliot's laughing over there. Okay. So yeah, last time on War Never
Oh, we're
Changes.
still doing this?
Yeah, right. We're recording as a podcast.
The last word of the day
Even right
for the
now.
listeners
Yeah,
was
right.
erstwhile.
Oh, I like that. Erstwhile.
Yeah.
Start with that one, Aaron.
Yeah, try to incorporate that.
I don't even know what the hell that means.
Well, why don't you look in the word of the day channel and find out?
Too much effort.
I believe the
Erstwhile,
correct
while the
response
podcast
is
is going on.
erstwhile on War Never Changes.
Yeah, there we go. See,
Exactly. Yeah.
Trev, just
Jeff beat me.
take that, Trev, and then we'll just use it on everything. We'll have Jeph sign something.
Sure.
We'll give you a peanut every other day, Jeph, for it.
Don't worry, we'll ship it all the way to Seattle.
I mean, I'm not sure exactly what I'll do with 130 peanuts a year, but I appreciate it.
That's not for me to decide. That's your
And-
game.
Every 5 peanut has a 10% chance of being an Oregon hazelnut.
This is
You know what?
intricate.
I'll take those odds.
Yeah.
I wonder how
But I
much
believe
longer we can
We're
derail.
currently in a race.
So let's get back to that. So the last time the party left Arroyo, and you guys traveled a bit, and along the way you guys encountered Alex, and after some hesitation, he hopped into the back of the truck, and kind of joined along your guys' travels, until you guys ran over something that punctured your 2 back tires, and you pulled over to make repairs. And while making repairs, you guys heard the sound of vehicles getting closer and closer and closer. During that time, you noticed that there was a checkered pattern that was under your truck, and you guys climbed back into the truck and took off, in hopes of trying to outrun the vehicles that were quickly approaching. The vehicles caught up to you, and Midas leapt onto one of them and tried to convince them that there were...
That feels like an erasure of what happened.
Oh, yeah, I guess Harriet threw... sorry, you're right. Harriet threw Midas onto one of the vehicles, and Midas was trying to convince them that it was his vehicle, and that's kind of where we ended it.
I feel like he was doing a good job of that, wasn't he?
They were just kind of confused on what the hell was happening.
I think we all are, Aaron. Do you want to give me a quick recap of the area that we're in? Because I feel like there might have been a little bit of a miscommunication last time. When you said checkered flag, I didn't think like checkered flag like racing line, but more like a checkered flag of something else.
So it wasn't a flag necessarily. Essentially where you guys had stopped the truck was on a checkered line. So think of it kind of like a starting or a finish line. That was, approximately, 4 feet, in height, and then about like 20 feet wide or something like that. And so, yeah, you guys were kind of blocking the line as the two vehicles were approaching. So I don't know if that helps. And then
I think last time you had mentioned too that at one point one of them had thrown like what seemed to be a Molotov cocktail at another one.
Correct. Yeah. Yep. And so, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Ask your question, and then I'll set the scene a little bit to help.
Well, so I don't know necessarily at this point what Hubert would recognize, but I wouldn't say that the player Shea notices that this would be kind of like a scenario where there's a popular game that we would play in the 90s, a kart type that I don't want to necessarily name because do not want that cease and desist to show up.
Luigi Kart?
Oh, it's okay. Me and Todd talked about it. We're cool. It's cool.
Oh, good. You're also on a first name. Okay, good. But yeah, so that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting now after we kind of like pestered you a little bit after session. It's more of a scenario where they're racing, so to speak, and trying to take each other out as they're racing. Rather than like, because I guess I was under the assumption that it was like bandits trying to rob some other car. And so that's where I kind of got confused. So now that
well, and that makes sense because I understand the confusion. What I was kind of going for was I understand that as players you guys were confused, but I was trying to allude to your characters also having that confusion. Because
absolutely.
Because your characters would have no idea what the hell's going on. And so I was trying to navigate that fine line of the players like kind of understanding what was going on, but the characters not. And so that might be where the confusion kind of happened.
No, honestly, I love that, and so I think as far as Hubert's concerned, I'll keep it as it looks like a car of bandits is attacking another car of people.
Yeah, and to kind of set the scene further, currently, of course, I'm going to explain some more right now after I say this, but as the scene stands when we finish the last episode, the car that Midas is on is about 30 to 40 feet to the left of your guys' truck, and it had like veered off to the side. After Midas had jumped on, and it's still veering off to the left-hand side, going that direction. And then on your guys' right is the other vehicle that had thrown the Molotov cocktail at that one. And we hadn't really addressed what was going on with that vehicle at the time yet. So you guys are kind of in between in a way. But like I said, the vehicle that Midas is on is like veering off, is in like a completely different direction.
I love this scene now, looking at it from behind, where we're just bumbled upon a race and we're probably about to fucking murder people and just like Okay, and then just to like continue setting the scene a little bit further, I know I'm probably driving the truck.
Correct. And
Right. And
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Jimothy, would you be shotgun with me? That tends to be the thing that.
Oh
you
no, I was in the back.
Okay, so yeah, right, because you guys were doing stuff.
Yeah, we all just kind of hopped on because we're like, oh shit, we got a boogie.
Okay.
Harriet can't be in the cab, but I would imagine she's like banging on the roof after throwing Midas, like drive.
Yeah.
Because
So
she sees Midas's car getting away.
Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna hop right into the action, right?
essentially, yeah. I was gonna, set the scene a little bit further, but yeah.
Oh,
so,
no. Okay,
to kind of gather, all of you guys are in the back, and Hubert's the only one that's in the front in the cab. Correct?
No, Hubert's also in the back. Everyone's in the back.
I actually just have one arm stretched through the bracket, and I'm just like
on autopilot.
Yeah.
Hubert like butts into the conversation. We all have a moment like, wait a minute. If you're not driving,
Wait, who's driving?
Yeah, you guys forgot to tell me that you installed that on the GPS. Is it just the autopilot?
I have like that cockpit thing that like spins around so I can address like the people in the back while they go. And I just keep two eyes for yeah. So I'm just gonna shout through the grate like, where am I driving? It looks like you're splitting apart. Midas is on which car?
the one on fire.
So do we go towards that one or do I go after the other guy?
Well, we
I'd
gotta
say
save
toward
Midas.
Yeah.
Do we? Okay, fine. And so you said that the one that Midas is on was on our left.
Correct. Yeah, it had like veered off course, and it's just like going towards the left in like a diagonal direction at this point.
Yeah, so I guess I'd like to maneuver, and I have to like kind of feather the brake a little bit to like slow down towards them, but yeah, so save Midas.
Okay, so you're going towards that direction as well. As you start turning towards there, in the car to your right, there's the driver starts yelling at your car, but they're, to kind of set the scene, they're just a hair back behind you as you've kind of accelerated to, make the turn to follow Midas. And so they're kind of yelling at the people that are behind in the back of the truck. Hey, did you see who won? Did you see who won?
You're losing. That's all I know.
So you notice that it's a female in her late 20s, with like dirty blonde hair with just like red kind of dust that is like blown across her face and in her hair from the race. And you can tell that she's just like white knuckled on the steering wheel, and she's just like kind of pissed off now that you said that she's lost the way in the race, and she's just like, fuck. And so she's starting to maneuver her vehicle to mimic what you guys are doing as well. So as you guys are kind of all following suit, we're getting cut back to Midas in the back of this vehicle, with the two guys, one in the back of the vehicle that is standing up, with the mounted weapon, that was talking to Midas, and then the driver. And the driver's gonna go, well, if this is his vehicle, maybe we should have Nos figure this out. What do you think? He's kind of saying that to Midas as well.
Midas? Oh.
He's just kind of saying it to the, like, he's driving, but he's just kind of saying it to the both of you. And the guy that's like mounted's like kind of just looking at Midas, just a little confused, like he doesn't know what the fuck to think of you, or like he's kind of half expecting you to attack him, since he had just gotten a Molotov cocktail thrown at him and he was in this race. And so he's kind of on guard, just like eyeing you up and down, just expecting to be attacked at any moment. And then you're also like telling him that he's in your vehicle.
Fuck. I mean, Nos, figure this out. I think Nos is a floozy. I don't want to talk to that guy. Just give me my car back.
What did you say?
You heard me.
The
Yeah.
leader? And then with that, he just like floors it. And with that, you get jostled a little bit. And at this point, he's just like beelining towards what, like, from where you're sitting in the back, it's kind of hard to see. But you can tell that there's something in the distance, but with all the dust and all the with all the like the mountain range and stuff, it's kind of hard to see, but you can tell that there's some sort of like settlement or some sort of like buildings or something that's up ahead, but you just can't quite make it out from where you're at. And he's just flooring it straight towards that location at this point.
How close is it? Is it pretty lifted, or how close am I to the tires?
Oh, to the tires?
Like if I leaned over the side.
Oh, you could probably do something to the tires if that's what you're trying to do. So you're in the
Yeah.
back. So think of it like a a dune buggy, and you're in like the back of it. So you're they're probably a couple feet from you. But you're going fast now. Like he's flying. He's
I know. That's why this would make it very interesting. I think I'm gonna take. I originally thought about just stabbing it with my switchblade, but I might lose my switchblade that way. So I think I'm just gonna pop a shot at the tire, lean over and shoot the tire out, and make it go flat.
Okay, so so as you pull out your gun, the guy that's in the back, he gets very wide-eyed, and he actually thinks that you're gonna take a shot at him. So he kind of lunges forward to try and stop you. So can you? I always forget this.
So right now, just to clarify, like we're currently driving side by side with this person, or are they way ahead of us?
They're pretty far ahead of you at this point.
Okay.
So he was about 30 or 40 feet to the side, and then once Midas made that comment, he floored it. And since they're in a smaller vehicle that is more of a racing type vehicle, and you guys are in a big military truck, they can go quite a bit faster. But you guys are definitely in pursuit.
I have a skill called Predictable.
Okay.
By observing an opponent, you can get a sense of their next move and prepare to counter or resist it. Choose one target and attempt a perception check to sense motive against foe's deception DC or a hard DC of the foe's level, whichever is higher. With a success, I deduce the gist of the target strategy as critical success, except the circumstance bonus is only +1. But if I get a crit success, I gain a +2 circumstance bonus to AC against the creature until the start of my next move, and a +2 circumstance bonus to my next saving throw against the creature.
Okay, so what's the benefit to you? I'm sorry?
Well, if he's gonna lunge at me, I'm guessing he's gonna try and grab me. So
yeah.
if that's the case, then this would give me +1 or +2 to my circumstance bonus against whatever checks I would need to make.
Sorry, what, Shay?
Like if he's trying to disarm him or grapple him,
yeah.
you would basically have a bonus to be able to resist. So if you're trying to have him roll a check to like pop the shot off before he gets hit, this would give him a circumstance bonus if he does well on his perception check.
Perfect. I was just trying to follow. He was okay. Cool.
That's cool?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I need to.
So you roll a perception check first.
I need to sense motive.
So it would probably be the class DC of the NPC, Aaron.
Class
The
DC.
GM attempts a single secret perception check for you and compares the results.
Now
to
that's
the
just
deception
that's
DC?
like usual Pathfinder rules is secret rolls.
Okay.
We kind of do a homebrew where Aaron just kind of has us do a
So
lot of those rolls.
So I just do perception, and then
me
it's
too,
against his deception DC or hard DC of the foe's level, whichever's higher.
So
So
sorry.
I would make a perception check against his deception DC or a hard DC of the foe's level, whatever one's higher.
Those DC. Okay.
So deception DC is probably going to be higher for this
Yeah.
guy. 17.
Shit. Yeah, it's 16.
You clocked that guy.
So then I would get a
Is it
plus
just
1 circumstance bonus.
right for just a success?
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So what are you gonna have Midas roll to, I guess, avoid getting?
So the character was going to grapple him. So it would have been a athletics check against the target's fortitude DC.
So it would have been against my fortitude. So do I just add 1 to my fortitude DC then?
Correct.
Okay. So it's 10 plus whatever my fortitude is?
Yeah.
Okay, so 22 with the plus 1.
Oh shit. 22?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Not even close. Yeah, that's a 14.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just just kind of brush him off, and I'll lean over and pop a shot at the tire. Where'd it go? Oh, this is all different.
How many bullets do you have?
20. That's how much Aaron gave me.
I mean, you're not gonna have like a hardness or anything for the tire, are you, Aaron?
No.
So I mean, yeah, I would just say it happens then.
Yeah.
I was just looking for, because I was gonna
Roll to hit.
Tires.
Yeah, I mean, I was
full
gonna have
DC.
I was gonna have him roll to hit just in case he got like a nat 1 or something.
because that's
The
what I
bullet
was-
bounces back and hits you.
Well, no, like a gun jam or something.
Oh my gosh, I have to reload it.
That's an action.
Oh, fuck,
Wow.
yeah. So, 29?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a crit.
You crit the tire? Oh fuck, dude.
Nice. Well done.
Can't crit a goddamn enemy, but you can crit a tire, huh, Midas?
You know it.
So yeah, I mean, you don't even need to roll for damage, bud. So yeah, you blow the tire to shreds. And as so wait, I guess I should specify which tire was it that you were trying to shoot.
I'm
assuming-
on the passenger side of
Correct.
so I'll just do the rear passenger.
Okay, so as you blow the back passenger side tire, the whole vehicle starts, fishtailing from side to side, and the driver's like, "What the hell's going on back there?" As he's like trying to like gain control, and he's just pushing harder and harder on the gas pedal to try and get to this location. But with losing a tire, he is definitely losing speed as well. So by you shooting the tire, you're allowing your party and the other vehicle to slowly but surely catch up to you guys. But as your shot rings out, the rest of the party starts hearing the sound of other vehicles that are coming up behind them as well.
Yeah, I would also like to lean forward into where the driver's at and crank the steering wheel hard to the right.
Damn.
Wow. Okay.
That Max is mad right there.
But
Not a sponsor.
Okay. So yeah, how do I want to do that?
and I want to brace for impact.
Yeah, you're most definitely going to need to.
I mean, you could. I would just have your driver roll a reflex save.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Actually, crazy. Okay.
Against what? Mine?
No, it would be the car. It's not against you. It's out of your hands now,
Oh,
and in Jesus, because the driver has to maneuver and attempt to stabilize the car,
Yeah.
or else I don't know if you know, Sean, but if you turn the wheel really quick while something's
Yes.
driving,
yeah. You flip. You roll.
yeah.
That was my goal.
Roll
was the goal.
You might be on your way to that.
Aaron did say these were smaller
success.
racing cars. It depends on how high its center of gravity is.
Doesn't have
But
a great.
it's going like 70, 80 miles an hour, though.
Right, but
Yeah.
like on sand, right?
Well, and he
Like,
said
Like
dune
dirt
buggy,
road.
and they have roll cages.
yeah.
Midas is in the back,
not
dude.
in the back.
That's fine. We're fine with Midas dying.
Oh,
God, he's trying to obliterate himself.
Sean, you're
yeah.
out. Hey, Alex, do you want, or Jeph and Alex, do you want to be like a permanent character?
Sorry, I'm just like trying to wrap my head around this really quick.
I
Join
think
us today.
well,
Where
first,
never changes. Where Midas never skips Pink Mist Day.
Pink mist.
wow, that got really.
Oh
Graphic.
man. Okay.
So I mean, have the driver roll a reflex, and then depending on how he does that, have Midas roll a reflex save.
The sand is gonna have to roll to hit and beat my AC. So
I think the sand will definitely hit your AC.
Yeah, Alexander in the back of this vehicle is just like, well, my goodness, my friends, I seem to find myself in quite a predicament here. Is this very common for you?
Just kind of with Midas, and sometimes Harriet.
I
and,
can be
and
wild.
Midas, Midas is our ghoulish friend over here, and Harriet is our mutant amigo.
Yes, that is correct.
A mutant amigo. She likes the sound of that.
Oh, great! Now we're gonna all have to call her that.
I am completely considering a rebrand. I'll be honest.
Hey, you know what amigos wear, Harriet? Ponchos.
Ooh, a poncho.
Well, if you can get me close to one of them vehicles here, I can take it off our list of worries. If I can get myself inside of that driving department.
Yeah, I mean, are these people even a threat?
they will be now.
Well, they were throwing things at each other and then they
That's
exploded.
true. That's true.
It seems like they're a threat in the sense that like they are wildly unpredictable and trying to kill themselves. So just like us.
Thank you. Yeah, yep. That's exactly what I was going to say, Harriet. Just like us.
Yeah, I'm very impressed by your Oregonian tactics here, but I'm still confused as to why they're happening.
Us too,
All will be explained.
or not. Most of it's not explained. It's just violence. Midas has bad days sometimes, and we just kind of go along with it.
I think Timothy is the only one who doesn't have a bad day.
No, Jimmy
no.
skips bad days.
Yeah, the only thing I skip.
I could just see Jimothy being the poster boy. The only thing I skip is bad days.
So did you roll your reflex save? Because I rolled for him, and it's
You want me to roll a reflex?
yeah. I mean, I
I
this
mean,
isn't,
I don't
this isn't gonna
remember
be
you role
I got a-
playing.
I got a 33.
Yeah. So he rolled a 16.
I feel like a song plays out as Midas takes flight. I
Oh.
believe I can fly.
But we got to be careful here.
I mean,
Oh man.
I feel like it just slows down to that, I don't want to set the world. The car goes to start flipping.
I was thinking, till I see you again.
Just like Midas's life flashes by from what he can remember to now, like
Okay,
going with the group to Zenta and Arroyo and everything, and just like as you're like flopping through the air.
Here's my logic on this, guys.
Oh boy, here we go.
All three of you survived crashing a fucking vertibird. Jimothy was in it.
Yeah.
Got up, walked down, went, huh, okay.
I think it took the least amount of damage.
That happened.
Sean, Jimothy's the fighter.
Harriet
is a freaking super mutant.
Oh, well, I understand.
Hubert is a robot with a hardness.
I understand.
My squishy friend.
But that's not taken into account here.
Wait, do you have half damage from falling or something, or is that just monk?
No, I don't have that.
All right. I mean, 33 is not bad. You probably only take I don't know, what's the book have, Aaron, on hitting the ground at 60-ish miles an hour?
Well, also, how does the driver react to the steer? Does the driver hit the gas and roll into it, or is he reacting at all with the pedals?
I mean, he said he got a 16, so
yeah, he didn't get a chance to do shit. So what he, yeah, I am.
He said his prayers.
Yeah, pretty much. What does the book say? The book says, "Fuck if I know," is what it says.
I think the book says kill him.
Yeah, I holy it says throw the book at him is what it says. What the fuck, dude?
Aaron has a calculator out and he's doing complex math right now.
Oh, dude,
I didn't know Aaron owned that many dice.
My brain is broken.
If it's
abacus, Aaron?
If it's going 70 miles per hour, I would say a damage per mile per hour, Aaron.
A damage? Yeah,
well,
right.
So I know we've transitioned from 5e, but I had a character in 5e who was based all around climbing trees and then just falling on their enemies.
I was looking at fall damage already.
Yeah, fall damage and that I know is 1d6 per 10 feet fallen. And it varies based on creature size. Sean's pretty small.
Well,
there's so much more that goes into that. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Jeph. I'm trying to figure this out really quick.
So real quick, I guess as a long-term GM.
Yes.
So if I'm understanding the situation here, we have our boy that is driving the vehicle who had a tire shot out while going 60 miles an hour. Correct?
He had a shout out? What?
Shot out.
Tire shot out?
Yes, yeah.
Now 60, 70 miles per hour is really cool on a freeway. But here's we are not on that, right? We're talking about sand dunes, we're talking this.
Yeah, dirt road, yeah.
It does feel a little odd for them to be hitting that speed. In any kind of fashion that wouldn't have already thrown them. Kind of thing. They rolled 16. 16 is level 2 DC in Pathfinder 2nd edition. I don't know what level this character is who is currently driving the vehicle.
Yeah.
So it is worth saying, if they're a schmuck, they might have passed it enough to just crash. Normal crash. If they're supposed to be a higher level character, then they probably fucked up, but not epically. They didn't critically fuck up. Because to critically fuck up is a DC 26, which is a level 9 character, which I don't think anyone is.
Correct.
So it'd be fair to say if, any schmuck driving through the fucking bend sand dunes, when they take a turn too hard, they're basically going to beat themselves a little bit on the inside of their cage as they flip and kind of make themselves look like an ass.
Yeah.
Now, the person in the back probably gets chucked. That's fair.
Yeah. That's mostly what that's what I was trying to figure out is how much.
I'd say that's probably something reasonable in the 5d6 range.
That's exactly what I was going to say 66, but because he rolled a 33, I would say he takes half damage.
Yeah.
As reflex save.
Solid. Yeah.
So I would just roll 66, and then he takes half damage, and
Thanks,
then he does like a cool little flip with some sex appeal because I saw that Sean also rolled a 26 sex appeal.
Yeah. No, I
So
was thinking
he
Sean.
We'll say he pirouettes a little bit in the air while landing.
I always like to go, if you take some good damage while falling, you kind of go prone. Like there's no way to get out of it. Like you're gonna eat a little bit of shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, he just got thrown out of a vehicle. He's gonna eat shit no matter what.
I mean, 33 is fucking great. If you have some trick for that, if you had evasion, I'd say you skid on your feet and walk away from that.
How about this? He doesn't hit the roll cage at the dune buggy and just clean throw.
I was gonna say I got something. Just
all right, GM.
Roll your die and your dice.
You did.
Or no, I guess I need to roll my dice.
Sorry. Yeah, you roll your damage.
Yeah, so it's fuck. Here we go.
No, you roll your dice.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, take that, Aaron.
Don't
kill me. Kill Sean.
Oh shit! Not that. Oops. Don't mind me.
For a listening audience,
damage?
you just typed in 66 into the
You know what?
60.
chat.
Trying to figure out fucking Foundry again. Sorry.
You can hit the R. I think it's R/.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I think
Nope, it's backslash maybe.
I thought you could literally just click or what is that?
if you click it just does the 1. That's what I was trying to avoid.
6 times like Trev just did.
Okay, you got to put the slash before the R.
It's before the R.
Yep. Except after E, English rules.
Yeah, but before C.
Okay, so yeah.
Wow, what the fuck? You both rolled a 22. That's
Whoa.
great.
That's weird.
I think Sean should take 22 damage.
Yeah,
Because
that's fair.
we
I'm
both
cool with
rolled
that.
it.
Add them together.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. So 44 halved to 22.
It's 22.
44.
Shay and I were thinking the same thing. I was like, yep, okay.
Do it.
Fuck. Oh, cool.
It's the dad mode.
So
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, cool. So okay, let's figure this out. Okay, so Midas. So yeah, so the car starts fishtailing from side to side, and the driver's white knuckling, trying to just keep control of this vehicle. Midas reaches through the back window, grabs a hold of the steering wheel, and just jerks it to the right. And as he does, the whole vehicle just goes horizontal and flips. And as he does, Midas launches out of the back end, hits the ground, tumbles a few times, and then slides to like a superhero pose. As the vehicle just continues to tumble a couple more times, and comes to a stop.
And I completely missed that Midas is in the road and just hit him with the truck. No, yeah. How far ahead of this that happened? Like, do we see the
Oh yeah. So at this
flip
point, you saw the fishtailing and all that. And I would say when it starts flipping, you probably slowed down so then you didn't hit him. But yeah, you saw it all happen probably about 30 feet in front of you.
Okay, so yeah, I just want to pull up next to Midas and just show roll down the window. So do you want to ride before we continue to piss off every other person in the area?
There's no room back here.
I'm gonna give him a thumbs up while holding my lower back.
Is that? Do you need help?
Well, I hate to say this, my sailing friend. Next time, I recommend a seatbelt.
You know what? This guy's starting to grow on me, guys.
John
Like our ticket, buddy.
John Wayne would never use a seatbelt.
That's true.
Um,
So you need to get in the car or the truck?
Yeah. Well,
Just hop up front, please.
all right.
Let's not make a scene with Jimothy.
As Midas is loading up, the secondary vehicle pulls up side, and is he okay?
Yeah. Wait, who? Yeah, this guy?
your companion. I could give a shit about him. She points to the vehicle.
Yeah, no, I think he's fine. What the hell is going on here, by the way? That'd be great to know.
And like you can tell that she looks in her rear view mirror and she like straightens it, and like I said, you hear the sound of more and more vehicles coming up to you guys. They're quickly approaching, but you don't get the sense that they're like going like flying, like they're like going as fast as they can. They're just like, coming up to the scene. She's like, well, you guys kind of, it looked like your truck was broken down on the finish line of what we call the circuit. Probably best if you follow me to Jalopy and we can discuss this further.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. So just so you know, you might there's some bad people in Jalopy, so just and then she points to the vehicle ahead and she's like, you gotta watch out for them nitro. And then she puts her she shifts gears is what I'm trying to say. And she and like her car takes the lead in front of you. And she starts going towards the location that was in front of you guys.
I'm gonna look at Huber and go, weren't we supposed to be looking for something?
To be honest, I can't even remember anymore.
Penicillin.
Right.
We're looking for a hospital.
For somebody that wants to sit in the back, you sure have a lot of opinions that seem like a front seat
I
opinion.
can hear you guys back here.
Well, yeah, but all right, fine. Let's go to Jalopy and then we'll find some penicillin.
Doubt they're gonna have it, but whatever.
Man, this poor naive girl has no idea that she just invited like a group of serial killers into her home.
I know. I was
shifting into drive and going.
I was gonna tell her before she left when she's like, just to let you know, there's a lot of bad people there. I was gonna be like, oh, we'll fit right in. Cool.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure we're like murderous to bad people.
I'll fit right in.
Madam, do you mean bad people or bad drivers? Because I've seen one example of one.
Whoa.
You have to see one of the other.
Yeah, because no bad drivers here, right?
Of course not. Oh, absolutely. I mean, Hubert here is an excellent driver. One of the finest I've ever met or seen.
Yeah, this guy, I don't know. You were growing on me, but now you're shush. I got an eye on you, and I just keep one eye on Alex and the other one on the road.
So you guys follow the vehicle?
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
I mean, just roll into town, fuck shit up. That's our MO.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, especially after, knowing now that there's some NPC out there named Nos,
right?
I have to bully him.
Aaron, if there's a murder in Jalopy,
go ahead.
If there's a murder in Jalopy and they close the town, I'm gonna be pissed.
yeah, almost the same.
So
more murders.
Yes.
So as you guys are following this vehicle that looks like a like I said before, it looks kind of like a Corvega like Impala type thing, where it looks like it's kind of like the front end of a Corvega and then like the back end of like a pickup truck. Where she has somebody in the back that threw the Molotov cocktail, so she has somebody that was with her as well. And so you guys are following that vehicle, and then the other vehicles that were quickly approaching you guys, they kind of go around you guys, or like some of them hang back, but they're just kind of like checking you guys out, but they're keeping their distance. They're not really acting hostile or anything. They're just kind of checking you guys out.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Do you did the mounted gun survive the rolling? And is that something that Hubert could install on our truck?
Could have been, but I mean, you guys have already moved on.
We're driving past it.
I mean, you didn't stop to check out to see if it was functional or not.
We can rob somebody else's minigun.
Or you can always come back and check it out at another time.
Yeah,
But
if
Wow,
only
I'm
the
sure
truck
that-
came with like a steering wheel we could use to circumnavigate and loop back around.
Hey, listen, Harriet. When you can fit in the cab and actually drive this bitch, maybe you can actually decide where to go.
They don't design cars super mutant size. Don't
That
rub it
sounds
in.
like a you problem, not a me problem.
All right, Harriet's got a new goal of finding the biggest, coolest truck.
so as you guys are getting closer and closer to what you can start to see is a settlement. Since Hubert's the only one that's currently in the cab. Well, no, I guess Midas is as well. But since Hubert's driving, and Hubert also has 3 eyes. I will say that Hubert notices on the nav that this is a location that Nick Hay didn't put on or in Timothy's Pip-Boy. So either she didn't know about it or something like that. So yeah, it's not a location that you guys previously knew about or was on there. But yeah, as you guys get closer and closer, what you guys can see is what looks to be shipping containers that are like stacked like three or 4 high, to kind of make a perimeter of the settlement. And as you get closer, there's a overhang with people that are watching up on top, kind of posted up like, guards or sentries. But as the vehicle in front of you approaches, you can't really tell at first, but then as the vehicle gets closer, there's like a gate that moves forward, and you notice that it's like a bus that they use to pull forward and backwards as a gate. And as you guys drive through the gate and you come into Jalopy proper, you get to see that the town is made up of, it's like a junkyard turned settlement. And it's just a sprawling junkyard that's dominated by towers of rusted metal and ramshackle buildings. And it's just made up of rusted vehicles and scrap metal and savaged pre-war tech. And it's just like, a ramshackle town. And what you can kind of suss out is that there's kind of like two major areas, and they seem kind of divided. And so as you come in, you guys just kind of pull in all your vehicles, just kind of pull in, and some kind of go to one side, some go to the other, and you guys are just kind of in the middle. The lady that was in front hops out of her vehicle, and so her passenger hops out as well. What do you guys do?
Hop out. I just want to take a quick view of everything. Just she gave a warning that these people might be dangerous, so just I don't know, just a quick scan of who looks the most hostile or something.
From the quick scan, you can't really suss out anybody individually. They all kind of give off. They all give off kind of like that, almost like raider bandit type vibe. But because they all kind of look similar from an outsider, it's kind of hard to tell who's who.
Are they all human?
Yeah. For the most part, I would say the majority of them are human. There's a couple ghouls sprinkled in, but from you can see there isn't any super mutants or any sense or anything like that from a quick glance around. But it's not like but it's not like the whole town is. Yeah, and it's also not like the whole town is here. But yeah.
Is there any signs saying where the mayor's at?
No, there's nothing like that. But from where you can see is like what, like I said, is so it's kind of like the town is kind of made up of like a junkyard, but there is these shipping containers that are sprawled out throughout the town, and they act as like buildings, but they're also work like catwalks that go from one to the other. So there is like people that are up above you guys that are like walking around, going from one to the other, as well as, you know, looking down on you guys, like checking you out.
It kind of reminds me of Megaton a little bit.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
But Megaton was more of like a scrap metal-y type, where this is like these are like full shipping containers that are like been stacked on top of each other. And what I will say is that from like the dust and the environment itself is kind of just like coated everything in this like dusty, dirty, like brownish reddish color, so that kind of just like makes it blend in with the surroundings. So from the outside, that's why it was kind of hard to tell. And like some people might have just driven on past it and not even noticed that it was there. Just because of the environment itself, just kind of
Kind of a camouflage. Yeah, that's cool.
And you know the colors of the shipping containers kind of helped with that as well. But yeah, so that's kind of the town that you guys are in. There, you guys can kind of suss out that just from like hopping out of your vehicle and just kind of looking around, that you can tell that the settlement does have, you know, the normal like marketplace and certain stuff like that, because there is like people that are bustling and stuff. There's quite a few people here. It's nothing like Azenta. I'd say it's probably closer to like the size of Arroyo, maybe even a little bit smaller. But
I want to hop out of the driver's seat, and then when I close it, like hold the keys back and make the bloop bloop sound.
They're all like, "What? What was that?"
Yeah.
Like,
Jeph, motherfuckers.
well, they're all just like already like starting to like, you know, whisper amongst themselves, because seeing, you know, a super mutant and a robot and a ghoul and a vault dweller, and you know, you guys are just kind of this ragtag team that wherever you guys go, you guys kind of stand out anyways. So they're
Blatant racism. Here we go again, huh, Harriet?
Here we go again. As always the case. This place kind of looked nice to begin with. I like the scrappiness, but
Yeah, it's kind of like
are equally as scrappy.
It's like a crashy wet dream here.
Right.
So yeah, the lady other vehicle kind of comes walking up. So she kind of walks up to Jimothy, because she just approaches him. I mean, he's the only human. And so she just kind of walks up to him directly, and is just like, so is everybody okay? How's your companion? And like she looks over at Midas. Are you okay?
Oh, don't worry about him. He does shit like that all the time.
Yes, ma'am, I'm fine.
It's so weird. He started this with a nose and a skin. So man, that was a weird fall.
Oh my! Oh jeez. Okay. she just kind of like chuckles, like she's seen a ghoul before, so she's just like.
I'm gonna start screaming like, "Where's my skin?"
What is this place?
So this is Jalopy. Yeah. So, you know, our town is kind of built around racing, and we kind of live and die by it. It's our culture. It's, you know, it's everything to us.
If this place is all about racing, does that make you guys racist?
Well, I'm not sure it'd be fair to call them that. It appears they seem to be racing enthusiasts, more likely.
Same.
I don't quite know what you mean by that, but so and like she's kind of like tripping over words, trying to like figure out what to say. And as she's like trying to figure out what to say, there's like kind of a not like super loud, but kind of like a booming type presence. And you guys can kind of tell that it's from these loudspeakers that are kind of up above, that are from like they're up on these poles that are from like the catwalks. And up above on one of the catwalks out walks this figure. And she's wearing like black leather pants, a leather armor-ish, but it's like half of leather armor. On one side she has a middle shoulder pad with spikes on it, a red mohawk, and one of her eyes has a big old like gouge out of it that's scarred over. And she has like a microphone, and she's like, "Who comes to Jalopy?"
I look around as if she wasn't talking about us.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, who?
You there in that truck.
There's no one in the truck.
And she like, you can tell that she's like, there's like nobody next to her, but she like talks as if there's somebody next to her. She's like, I like them. And she goes, "You there, you outside. What are you doing here?
We hear this place has the best French fries all around.
French fries.
Yeah, I think they call them post-Appalachian fries now.
We came for pommes frites.
Oh, you mean freedom potatoes? Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah. Oh man, old world lore really just takes over sometimes. Yeah, we hear you got some fritters around here that need eaten.
Well, from what I heard you ruined my race.
Oh, was that a race? That's a terrible race. You got people throwing stuff at each other.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Hey, there's like an echo. I don't know if anyone else can hear it, but do you just want to like come down here and talk to us? Because this echo is just driving me insane. And you try like plugging in and unplugging your mic or something.
Does Hubert have like a port that I could plug my Hit Boy into so I could use him as a loudspeaker?
Yeah, big boy, it's right here. Hold on, let me roll sex appeal.
Yeah. You have to buy him dinner first. Damn.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think at this point, Jimothy knows where my port is. You know what I'm saying?
I plug it in. I'm like, hey, this loudspeaker is a little unnecessary.
She just like sighs. Like you can just tell that she like lives and like feeds off of like the like performance of being like in charge and like having that like persona that's like bigger than life, and you guys are just kind of like taking the wind out of her sails.
All right, so there's the mayor.
Should we like race her?
What, in our truck?
Oh no, we're definitely gonna have to like upgrade or do something.
So she like
we already have a GPS.
so she starts like snapping, and like somebody runs over and she like hands them the mic. And she starts like walking over, and she like climbs down to the catwalk and then walks over and then climbs down again and like approaches you guys. And then like now she's still kind of puffed chest, but you know, she's still trying to exude her dominance. But she's like, "So I'll ask you again, what are you doing in my town?"
I'm sorry, but I don't really talk to strangers. I don't talk to people that I don't know their name.
Well, I don't let strangers in my town normally either.
Like,
We're with that little girl over there. With that lady. She brought us in here, so you can do your bitching to her. Whatever you want.
Yeah. So when you point over, did I tell you her name, by the way?
Nope.
I don't think
Oh,
so.
okay. Yeah. So So when you point over at her, she's just like, she just like kind of turns away and is like, oh shit. Clutch, you brought them into my town. Yeah. They were broken down, and I figured that we could help them with some repairs or something like. She's just like this heavy sigh. So, what is this that you guys need? What is it that you are doing here?
By the way, I don't think we ruined your race. I think we won because we were already on the finish line, I believe, before they even got here. So I don't know if there's some kind of reward or something that we could give from that. And I think I made it more interesting, personally.
I'm not touching that one.
Yeah, she's not buying it. She's just like whatever. Well,
Wait, doesn't Midas have that thing where he can lie and they have to believe him if he rolls well?
I mean, if you is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I just wanted to throw a dash of fuckery.
Well, I've got lie to me, charming liar.
Yeah, choose one.
If this person is upset with us, I will attempt to use distracting flattery.
Oh.
Where if I observe a target's attitude change towards myself or my allies decrease, I can attempt deception to not make that change.
So she's not necessarily.
That's basically what charming liar does.
Yeah.
I mean, you can absolutely do that. I would say that she's more annoyed. She's not really like angry, but you're more than willing to do that if you would like.
All right. I think I may have missed a little context, but
yeah, you're more than willing to do that. Go for it.
What was her name?
We don't know.
Yeah.
Something tells me this is Nos.
Aaron won't tell us.
Yeah, just like he didn't tell us Clutch's name. But that name came in Clutch.
I very much apologize, my fantastic host, to this wonderful jalopy, this gigantic location filled with such amazing wonders. These are fine, fine canisters that normally I can't find anywhere else. As you can see, these allies, these friends of mine, have just found me upon this track of where we found ourselves upon your race. Nothing against them, nothing against you. We're just trying to make our way to New Vegas. But if you happen to have any penicillin, I do know that my friends here would be quite excited for it.
And then are you doing your feet thing? I'm sorry.
I will if that's necessary. It didn't sound like that was actually what was happening.
No, I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have any supplies that we can spare in terms of medicine, but you can definitely check out the Rusty Bucket and some of the other merchants around town and see what they have. Yeah, you guys kind of ruined the race, so I think that you guys kind of owe us a show, if you will.
Absolutely. You know what? That is entirely true. That is absolutely true. But this Rusty Bucket of yours, you say? Now, is this your bucket or is this the city's bucket?
It's a shop in town.
This is a shopping town. All right, good to know. We're more than happy to get ourselves over there, shop, buy some penicillin. We'll put on a show afterwards and find ourselves out of your way and out of your race. And is that correct, Hubert? Would you say that?
Hold on now. What's this about a race? You gonna supply me with some upgrades to make it fair?
Oh, I mean, supply you when you ruined our race?
Well, yeah, give you a good show.
Well,
I'll
it was
give
a
you
very
a
good
good.
race.
I'll give you a good show, honey. And then
Oh God.
Hubert, get out your poor hole.
That is a private thing. No, but seriously, like, Hey, listen, I like to wager. What say we'll do another race? You give me either a vehicle that I can upgrade to race, or give me the upgrades available to race my vehicle. And if we win, we just keep the upgrades and maybe take some other cool shit. And if you win, you can have Midas. Oh, and Jimothy.
Well, that doesn't seem fair to auction away the mayor of Arroyo. Do you know that, madam? You're buying royalty right now.
You can have Alex too. Actually, you can just have him.
At this point, Hubert's just like, you can have everybody except for me.
Honestly, I'm fine with just moving on. I think you a solo show anyways.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought that Midas was the one that normally wanted to start his own show.
No, this is a Hubert show now.
Sadly, none of us can understand poor Hubert, but what he does say, he does speak for all of us in the fact that we are more than willing to do this for some recompensation, and we will accept any upgrades you do to the vehicle in order for us to allow to compete.
Yeah, what he said.
So I already have a champion that I have in the race. If you guys want to race, then you will have to find somebody that you can be a champion for.
Her.
Yeah.
But
Okay, I point to Clutch.
I point to Midas.
Clutch is like nervous. She's like, I'm already a champion for someone.
Oh, this is really awkward.
Mm.
All right.
And then so now
Really?
she's like, so you can race, but you will have to find somebody to sponsor you. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, it seems like you're making me work for something you want. Just tell me where to go.
Yeah, I'll sponsor him. I'm a mayor.
There we go. I got a sponsor right there. And he's an Alpha Prime Mayor.
Well, the problem is outsiders have to be sponsored by somebody from Jalopy.
Wow, this
That's
seems
racist.
really like nepotism, some bullshit over here.
That's
but okay.
very exclusionary. That's,
Well, then that sounds stupid. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
As
I
you
want
guys are
higher stakes.
so as you guys are saying this and talking amongst yourselves, a voice kind of speaks up and he goes, "I'll sponsor him." And a gentleman who is, from your guys' stature, he's a bit, for lack of a better word, shorter. He currently has tank treads for legs, and has a very muscular upper body, has bald head, goatee, is wearing a bandana currently over his neck, and a tank top with what looks to be grease and oil stains on it, and he drives forward, and Nos is like you can just tell him her face is just like fuck.
I don't know who this guy is because I like him.
He's like, the name's Jose, and I think I just found my champions. Nos is like, you're gonna
Jose.
You're gonna sponsor him? Oh yeah. And I think that we might end it a little bit early tonight with that, guys.
I think I found one NPC that doesn't piss me off, Aaron. Congrats.
wow.
We
manifested that, Aaron.
Now we know it's not. We didn't even have to ask anymore.
I know, right? That's what I was like. Mental note. Haha. Got him.
100% thought his name was going to be like gasoline or something.
I was really
Diesel.
I thought he was gonna fuck with us and say Phil. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that would be funny. Fill me up.
Yeah. So now that we've ended the session, would you like to plug anything there, Jeph, for any of your podcasts or any of your projects?
Let's see here. Myself, you can find at Big Campaign Stories, Big Campaign Pod at pretty much anywhere you find social media or anywhere you look up that. Would also like to throw out some other quick pods that are good friends of mine. Clash Crits and Dice of Thunder. Always good fun. If you like shenanigans, you'll love those guys. But I'm done.
Seconded on Dice of Thunder.
What was that, Shay? Sorry.
Seconded on Dice of Thunder.
Gotcha.
Scott and them are just fun.
Nice. Cool. Well, and always you can find War Never Changes on Spotify and YouTube. So, Shay, did you have?
And you can find us on Blue Sky, Facebook, and most other social media under On the Top Network. And as Aaron said, we're on Spotify and YouTube. And check out our latest episodes and updates there. And bonus points if you can find our subreddit, War Never Changes Pod, and talk about how Hubert's the best character on the podcast.
Cool. Well, see you guys next time.
Do you like TTV RPGs?
I have a place that you can go.
You should check us out on Blue Sky.
No chaperone can get our number. The world's in slumber. Let's misbehave.